My name is Hannah Miller. I am 35 years old. For years, I believed I had a quiet life. Not exciting, but safe. I trusted the people closest to me. That trust cost me everything. I lived with my husband, Eric, in a small house near the city. We had been married for 8 years. Eric was not affectionate, but he was dependable. Or so I thought. We rarely fought. We rarely talked deeply either. Our marriage had become a routine. Wake up, work, dinner, sleep, repeat. I didn't mind the silence at first. I told myself it meant we were comfortable. But comfort and emptiness can look the same. One December, my younger cousin Mia called me. Her voice was shaking. "Hannah, I need help. My boyfriend kicked me out. I have nowhere to go." Mia was 27. She was always dramatic. Her life was a series of broken relationships and bad decisions. But she was family. "Come stay with us," I said. "Just for a few weeks, until you figure things out." Eric didn't say much when I told him. He just nodded. "Whatever you think is best." Mia arrived 3 days later. She brought 2 suitcases and a sad smile. "Thank you, Hannah. I promise I won't be a burden." At first, it felt harmless. Mia was lively. She laughed loudly. She filled the house with noise and energy. Eric seemed amused. He smiled more than usual. I was happy to see him happy. But slowly, quietly, things began to shift. Mia started waking up early. She would be in the kitchen when Eric came down for coffee. They talked about things I didn't understand. Work, news, movies. I would watch from the doorway, feeling like a guest in my own home. When I joined them, the conversation would stop. "Good morning, Hannah," Mia would say brightly. Eric would nod and check his phone. I told myself it meant nothing. Then, Eric started coming home later. "Work is stressful," he said. "Big project coming up." When I asked questions, he sighed. "You worry too much, Hannah. You always do." Mia said the same thing when I mentioned feeling left out. "Hannah, you're too sensitive. We're just talking. Don't be paranoid." So I stayed quiet. I swallowed my doubts. I told myself I was imagining things. But the signs were everywhere. Eric stopped kissing me goodnight. He started showering as soon as he got home. His phone was always face down. Mia wore perfume around the house. She started doing her makeup, even on lazy days. She borrowed my clothes and never returned them. One evening, I came home early from work. The house was quiet. Eric's car was in the driveway, but he wasn't downstairs. "Eric?" I called. No answer. "Mia?" Silence. I walked upstairs slowly. My heart was beating too fast. I didn't want to know, but I had to. The guest room door was open. The bed was empty. The light in my bedroom was on. The door was half closed. I stood there for a long moment. Part of me wanted to turn around, pretend I didn't see, but I couldn't. I pushed the door open. They froze, not in panic, not in guilt, in surprise, as if I was the one interrupting something normal. That hurt the most. Mia pulled the blanket up. Her face turned red. Eric sat up slowly. He didn't look away. He looked tired, caught, but not sorry. No one spoke. I stepped back, closed the door quietly. I walked downstairs, grabbed my keys, and left. No shouting, no tears, not yet. My phone started ringing 5 minutes later. Eric, then Mia, then Eric again. I didn't answer. The messages came quickly after that. Eric: "Hannah, please come back. Let me explain." Mia: "I'm so sorry. It just happened. Please forgive me." Eric: "It's not what you think. We need to talk." Mia. You're overreacting. Nothing happened. I swear. I read them all. I didn't reply. Because I realized something important. They weren't sorry they did it. They were sorry they got caught. The next morning, I went back to the house. Eric and Mia were sitting at the kitchen table. They looked nervous, rehearsed. Hannah, Eric started. Let's be adults about this. I looked at him, really looked at him. And I didn't feel anger. I felt nothing. I want you both out, I said calmly. Today. Mia's eyes filled with tears. Hannah, please. I have nowhere to go. You should have thought of that, I said. Eric stood up. Hannah, you're being unreasonable. We can work through this. I laughed. A short, bitter sound. Work through this? You slept with my cousin in my bed. He flinched. There's nothing to work through, I continued. Pack your things, both of you. Mia tried to hug me. I stepped back. Don't touch me. They left that afternoon. Eric took his clothes and his laptop. Mia took her suitcases and her shame. I stood in the empty house and felt something strange. Not sadness, not rage, relief. I realized I hadn't lost my family. I had lost the lie I was living in. The betrayal didn't break me. It freed me. I learned something that week. Betrayal doesn't always come with shouting or violence. Sometimes it arrives quietly, in the people you trust most. It waits for you to doubt yourself first. It makes you feel crazy for seeing what's right in front of you. But the truth always comes out. And when it does, you have a choice. You can hold on to what's broken, or you can let go and start again. I chose peace, not revenge, not bitterness, just clarity. I changed the locks. I threw out the bed sheets. I started over. And for the first time in years, I felt like I could breathe. If someone makes you doubt your own reality, trust yourself anyway. If someone tells you you're too sensitive, maybe they're not sensitive enough. If someone betrays you, remember this. Their actions show who they are. Your response shows who you are. I am Hannah Miller, and I chose myself.